examples of what you have.
So I suppose typically foliage is, if you buy foliage on a website or a Dutch wholesaler, you're just buying a bunch. Now, what is a bunch?
Yeah.
You know, it could be anything, and sometimes it's sold by weight, and the bunch could have little short pieces or long pieces or a mix betwixt and between.
Yeah.
And what I find is in busy flower shops, they like to be able to cost what they're putting into a bouquet.
Yeah.
So if you're, for example, Valentine's, you've a dozen red roses and you want to bulk it out with greenery, and you've a few extra staff in, and you're telling them put in greenery, they could put in a whole bunch, they could put in half a bunch, they could put in a third of a bunch, and that's your profit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because with the price of greenery, that's your profit. So what we try to do is do it the same way you buy flowers. So we try to sell it by stem. So this eucalyptus parvi, it's all 60 centimetres. Every stem is more or less the same in thickness and length.
Yeah,
It's
so
all
like
the same.
for working in a hand tied,
Yeah.
like these are ideal. Like they need barely any cleaning down on
Yeah.
the end, because really your stems are nice and clean, and you're ready then to actually start doing your hand
Exactly.
tied straight away. So
Yeah.
that save a lot of time, like for Valentine's Day, Mother's
for
Day.
cakes and all that, it's already pre-cleaned. To be honest, it doesn't need a huge amount. I shouldn't be saying this to professional people such as yourselves. It doesn't need a huge amount of conditioning. If you do, well and good, but it's not.
But you know, all I do tell the students, when they're getting their flower delivery, say from ourselves here, I'd say that night have a bucket of water outside, because myself, I store the greenery outside. It lasts 6 weeks. And saying, one of the students was saying there, it was actually from yourself, she got greenery before Christmas and she still has it now. You know, that way it lasts for ages. I find bucket of clean water, trim it again, stick it in water, leave it outside. Rain, hail or snow, because the students are always saying to me, what about the rain, what about the snow, what about the ice? I just say, this greenery was born and bred in Ireland, hardy.
Well, you see, it's very hard. Kerry foliage is very hardy, right?
Yeah.
Because in Kerry, in Tralee, we've 2.5 times the rainfall of Dublin.
All right.
So when you guys start complaining,
so when I'm talking about
the rain,
pissing around,
you've no fucking idea. You know? You get 800 mils of rain up here in Dublin, and it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
We get 2 metres of rain in Kerry. So like when we see the weather forecast, it's going to be rainy in Dublin, you're all complaining, we're only laughing at you. Poor things. They don't know
I always say to them, the weather is shite. The weather is shite in Dublin, it's lashing rain.
But I suppose that is the advantage in Kerry. We don't, there's a big difference in climate between even Dublin and Kerry. We don't get the cold you get up
so
there.
our bunches of greenery outside in the bucket of water in our little bit of shite weather is absolutely perfect.
Fine.
Absolutely
they
perfect.
think they're in Lanzarote.
I wish.
We also then do different lengths, so that's 60 centimetres, but for me the real value in our products, and I try to explain it to florists, is we do longer stems, which aren't that more expensive.
Yeah.
So that's a 90 centimetre, and you can kind of see the difference there.
Just hold them down a tiny little bit. Perfect.
So you can see the difference in. There's probably
so
double
with
the
these
foliage.
ones, they could cut this part out, make their use them parts for your hand ties, and then all your offcuts for arrangements, flower arrangements, greening up wreaths or whatever. So you're probably getting more books for your money here, really, aren't you? Definitely getting more mileage out of that one.